KTLA Plus app.
Get it now on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV.
Good morning. I'm Erin Myers in the newsroom. Russian forces are moving west, attacking a military base where dozens were killed. I'll have the latest.
A loving father out walking his dog is gunned down in the middle of the street in an act of senseless violence. What his family is pleading for from the community.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Mark Mester. Making our way around the moon. How future astronauts could be soon living large on the lunar surface. Plus, Casey's here. Hi, Case.
Good Sunday morning, Mark. Good Sunday morning, everyone. A lot of traffic at LAX, where we are seeing partly cloudy skies this morning for the coastal communities, but sunshine by this afternoon. We do have some gusty winds to deal with for the next 24 hours. We're going to talk about all that and your work week forecast coming up.
Good Sunday morning and welcome to the Ktla 5 Morning News at 7 o'clock. I'm Mark Mester.
Good morning, and I'm Lena Obervian in for Lynette Romero. The death toll from massive Russian airstrikes on Ukraine military base near Poland border has gone up this morning.
Russia's bombing campaign showing no signs of letting up. Erin Myers is live for us in our newsroom this morning with those overnight developments. Erin?
Good morning, you two. Russian forces are trying to surround the capital, Kyiv, which could cut off supplies to those still there. But President Vladimir Zelensky said the city will not fall unless every single fighter is killed. Today he spoke about the losses Russia has faced.
Більше ніж в обох чеченських війнах, Росія втратила тисячі одиниць військової техніки.
The president said almost 13,000 Russian soldiers have been killed over 18 days and that Russia has lost 1,000 military vehicles, more than 70 jets and 86 helicopters. He says he understands they have more, but that Ukraine will continue defending itself. Russian forces are also moving west, striking a military base just 15 miles from Poland and not far from the northwestern Ukrainian city of Lviv. This file video shows the training facility. More than 30 Russian cruise missiles targeted the base, killing at least 35 and sending more than 130 to the hospital. Poland is a key location for getting Western military aid to Ukraine. Lviv has also been a stopping point for many fleeing the country. The governor of Lviv spoke about the airstrike.
Попередньо літаками з Саратова в Росії піднялись літаки.
The governor said the strike was carried out by missiles from planes that did not fly into the territory, saying most of the missiles were shot down because the air defense system worked. But he also added this is why they keep asking for the sky to be closed. The city of Mariupol continues to be bombarded by Russian shelling. This video showing some of the aftermath. The mayor says more than 1,500 have been killed and that attempts to bring in food and to evacuate civilians have been canceled because of the ongoing shelling. On Saturday, an official said Russian soldiers stopped a humanitarian convoy headed for the city and even stole from another. Doctors have said some residents are dying because of a lack of medication and that the city is lacking food and water. And this video shows a 9-story residential building that was hit in Chernihiv. Officials say one person was killed. This happened early Sunday morning. Video also shows an unexploded missile being removed from a home. Officials say 3 of those bombs were removed in one day. The area has been dealing with airstrikes for days and dozens have died, with some residential areas being heavily damaged. The governor there said the city is lacking humanitarian corridors, so anyone trying to leave risks being killed. And this heartbreaking video from a Kyiv suburb showing dead bodies being carried by troops. Ukrainian forces were also seen helping injured across a bridge leading out of a town just northwest of Kyiv. Russian forces are trying to block the capital and are said to be shelling the suburbs day and night. One local resident spoke about what happened at her home.
Мама, собирайся. Я до сьогоднішнього дня не хотіла уїжджати з свого города.
She said something went through the air and then she heard a boom. All the windows broke and the balcony fell. She said until this, she had not wanted to leave her town. And yesterday, the White House approved an additional $200 million in weapons and equipment for Ukraine. It will include Javelin anti-tank missiles and Stinger anti-aircraft missiles. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said arms convoys would be considered legitimate targets for Russian forces. In the newsroom, I'm Erin Myers. Alina, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Aaron, thank you for that. A new report says dozens of LAPD officers have avoided serious punishment when they opened fire on people. The department's inspector general looked at 66 officers who fired at least one shot connected to 45 shootings. Those officers were found to have violated department policy from 2015 to 2020. The report says one officer was fired and 2 resigned, but 27 of them were not disciplined, while 20 others received suspensions. The report will be discussed at the police commissioners meeting on Tuesday. And police are searching for a gunman this morning who shot a father out walking his dog in Mid-City.
There's some surveillance footage this morning of the shooting. It's been discovered, and hopefully that is going to lead to the killer. Ktla Dt.'s Carlos Acedo has the story.
Surveillance video captures the horrifying moments when a suspect opens fire on a man walking his dog on Genesee Avenue and Saturn Street around 5 in the morning. As the victim falls on the ground, the small terrier scurries off.
I started barking at my sister's window, the back door, which is this dog right here.
The dog, Toro, went home on its own unharmed, but it was too late for the dog's owner. The 52-year-old man, identified as Marcos Sandoval by family members, was found by a passerby an hour after the shooting.
He would always put me and my sister first, before anyone. And it's just not fair that they just took him away from us like that.
Family members gathered for a vigil Saturday evening at the site where Sandoval was gunned down. Police say the shooting suspect came out of a dark sedan, exchanged words with the victim before firing. The suspect got back inside the vehicle and drove off. Sandoval's daughter had spoken to him the day before.
He was just giving me advice about life. And he told me, I want you to remember that your father told you this. And I won't ever hear those words anymore.
They say Sandoval was a painter who lived in the area for 20 years.
A couple of days ago, happened to be walking his dog around the shop that I work at here in the corner. And I saw him, hey, Mark, how are you, Marco? And he said, stop by. We talked about 15 minutes and he left. And he said he was looking for a job.
Police are using surveillance video of the incident to try and track down the suspect. At this point, it's unclear if this was a random or targeted attack.
I really hope they're caught and they're brought to justice, because this was not, it shouldn't have been my dad.
That shooter is still on the run, and police say that a motive remains a mystery. Carlos Salcedo, KTLA 5 News.
We're covering some developing news this morning in Watts, where firefighters are currently working right now to put out a fire at a pallet yard. Started near East 108th Street and Watts Avenue just after 5 o'clock this morning. We were there live last hour. This is a 2-alarm fire in an unincorporated area. We'll continue to bring you updates as they do come into the newsroom. All right, Casey's standing by with a look at our forecast. How's it looking?
It looks a little cloudy behind us in that camera, but we are going to see sunshine by this afternoon. Temperatures today going to be a little bit cooler than what we felt yesterday, but if you like the warm weather, you'll like the 7-day forecast. Outside, oh, this must be from the wrong